welcome to Tarot Sphere. I'm Sharon, your host, and I hope you find me on YouTube at Tarot Sphere or Tarot Sphere 25, however you find me. So the witch is here, and then we've got Billy Jack, and we've got the hippie, Josina, and Slayer tonight is the Oracle. Welcome to our Halloween. It's the third part of our three-part Halloween series. We're so excited to be here. We are going to hopefully talk to some people and do some questions. And we are so excited. We are recording out of the mothership, London Alley. All right, guys, are we ready to go on this?
Yeah.
So excited.
Absolutely.
My hat's really big, but I'm actually I was complaining for a little bit because I had the perfect witch's hat for a while and it got misplaced. It's gone. So then I ordered this one and it wasn't what I thought. I thought it was kind of hobbity looking, but actually it's growing on me, but it's big. But now I'm really happy because it kind of gives me this mystery kind of. All right.
Good.
So we're all good?
We're good.
Okay, I have cleansed the room. I've called my lights in, and we are ready to rock and roll. Oracle, Slayer, do you want to go first tonight?
Sure.
So, as in the past, we will be drawing from two different bowls. We can either ask a Halloween question, or we can pull a name from a deceased and somebody famous and contact them if they'll come through.
Are we going to do like a pattern tonight?
What's a pattern?
Oh, like two names and then a question? Or?
No, listen, we're just going to do every other. So you can start it off with whatever you want to do. I think tonight we've got it going on. So.
Let's start off with a little conversation and then we'll jump in.
We've also moved the microphone because it was making me sound really loud and obnoxious. So it's a little off to the side.
You have relatives that creep you out.
Do you have relatives that creep you out?
We can say yes, but let's don't.
Yeah,
we won't name names. Do you, Leah?
Nobody specifically really creeps me out in my family. But I guess it has to be one. And my grandpa on my dad's side wasn't always the nicest man. So he was pretty. So I don't know if he creeped me out, but he wasn't always I think he was not a very nice person. So I think so I guess I could say that he was maybe a little, not so much creepy as
So you're not related in any way, shape, or form to like 40
myself.
Are any of us really related to?
No.
Good God. Yeah. No.
Any creepy relatives on your side, Joe?
Not that I can really remember. Some of the relatives were a little intimidating when I was younger, but they were all pretty cool. Nothing too creepy. How about you, Randy?
Well, what I would say is that I got my DNA tested about 3 years back, specifically in case somebody in my family turns out to be a real creep. It'll help the police catch him.
Yes.
Which I think is...
that's a big thing now.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's how they ended up catching the Golden Gate Killer in California, who went up and down the coast of California and murdered numerous people.
Those murders, they're horrible.
They had that DNA company do reverse engineering and zeroed in on one of his relatives, and then it helped them bring the dragnet closer to him. And ultimately zeroed in on who could be connected to this person from the DNA that they had. And it got him close.
Interject something?
Yeah.
Do you know what they have to go through to get to that DNA stage?
Yeah, exactly.
The police department? You don't just say, oh, we'll go. No. You have to have exhausted, well, I don't know if it's for every state, but the place I heard, you have to exhaust every avenue thing you can think of has to be extinguished. Then you have to still have evidence. Then you still have to, I don't know, it's step after step after step for anyone to approve you to get that DNA step. It's like you don't just say, because think of how many murders they would solve if that was the first step. Why is it not?
Yeah, well, the civil liberties implications are just, Yeah, it's a little scary to think that they can do that. I don't know if I would trust police departments to deal with that information.
Oh, we're going
Well,
down the rabbit hole. Oh my God.
Let's jump for 1 second here. We just had in the news a very disgusting story this week here in Denver, where the actual mayor rolled out flock cameras, and these flock cameras,
they're connected to Peter Thiel
he has,
Project 2025. Now this is a nightmare story. He's not
Peter
going to get
Thiel,
reelected after this. I'll tell you that. Mike Johnson. Sorry.
Here's what happened. He put up these cameras, and then he told the press that a trans woman was murdered in like Lakewood or Inglewood.
And I have to stop you right there because Bethany, who is our astrologer on this channel with me, her good friend was the woman who was murdered, the trans woman that was murdered, and her hairstylist. So this really hits home for our channel.
So Mike Johnson claimed that the Denver Police Department and the Inglewood Police Department shared information and solved this case. Well, Jax's mother got on the news that very day and said that Jax's murder was not solved and cameras had nothing to do with it, and so that's all made up.
Yeah.
So anyways, when we talk about civil rights, that's one issue, and then there's another story in Denver.
Is this civil rights again? Because we don't want to get too heavy, do we?
Where they took the flock cameras and they went and they tried to arrest a woman, but she had video proof from her own dash cams in her car showing that she was not involved in any way, shape, or form, but she had to prove her innocence before they left her alone. All right, so that was a little tangent, right?
Didn't he also say that he got like approval in the
yes.
entire city council?
Yes, and he went against the city council voted it down, and he did it anyway. Just like what 45 in the regime does. All right, now at this point, may I ask no more politics? Yes. I brought it up because I said the word 45, so on me. But we'll go forward.
Halloween. There's enough scary things to talk about tonight. Halloween.
All right. Let's just
plan.
So Sharon, you need to answer the question. Do you have anyone in your past that you thought creepy about?
I really don't. In my family.
In your family? Yes.
No, I really don't. No.
Okay.
I just.
All done?
Yeah. All right. So.
We're going to draw a name from the deceased.
Randy, why don't you go next?
Okay. I'm going to draw a name from
Randella's up.
Randella Jack.
Or should I say Billy?
This is,
Billy Jack is up.
This is the ball right here?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Oh, I got to sit down. Having a... Oops, I dropped the ticket. I failed.
Oh, honey, can you get up again? Or it's been a long day for you? Just get a new one.
Here we go. Thought I had it, and I sat down.
Old.
All right, I have no idea who this is. Sharon, you're going to need to help me out. So hopefully this will be of good interest.
Oh my God. All right. Are you ready, Slayer?
Yeah.
Anne Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn, really?
I have no idea who Anne Boleyn is.
She was one of the Boleyn sisters married to Henry VIII.
She's the first. She's the second wife after.
The second. And did she have her head chopped off too?
She was the first to be beheaded.
No, it was?
Yeah. And then she got beheaded.
No. Who's the other Boleyn?
I know there was another Boleyn, but didn't she? I don't think she married another Boleyn, did he?
He married both sisters. I'm pretty sure. Slayer, get on that with those fast.
Let's look that up.
There's Anne, and what's the other one?
Let me pull up.
Anne is the one that got the shaft because I think he married her second, and I don't know. Her uncle was throwing those girls under the bus because he wanted to stay in the court. If you just put Anne Boleyn in.
Yeah, it's Catherine of Aragon and Anne Boleyn.
No, Jane Seymour is a actress. Really? Are you
you
serious? Wait, there are two Boleyns though.
Nope.
Yes, there are. I swear.
I think the Boleyns, wanted somebody else, but no. But the Boleyns were a pretty powerful political family.
Yes.
In that period, but it was just, I don't think the other Boleyn girl would want to marry Henry VIII after what happened.
I don't think that you have a choice.
Nope. Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, and Catherine. I think he did actually really like Jane Seymour.
All right. I'm sorry. You're right.
Well, yeah.
He was only married to one of the Boleyn sisters. Mary Boleyn was his mistress, but not the wife. And they were having the affair when he was married to his first wife, who he put in the tower. And she died in that tower. And he divorced her, but because he divorced her, she wasn't allowed to leave that tower. What is with these towers in London? They just lock people up.
I don't think any of his wives died in the tower.
The first one did.
Catherine of Aragon got exiled. Didn't she have to go back
into the tower?
I think in a tower. I think he set her up on an estate.
I think you better fast check that. I'm pretty sure. But what's her name? I'm gonna.
Catherine of Aragon.
Oh, it's Catherine of Aragon. That's right.
Okay, so what are we doing? We're gonna talk to one of these persons.
Yeah. Okay. We just have to get the story straight. You know, we can't predetermine everything because we pick them as we go. But I have to make sure we have this. Yes, she died in the castle. He locked her away. And she died there. He banished her to the castle tower, and she died at the age of 50 after he divorced her. Yeah. And the church would not allow him to divorce her. So that's when he changed the religion status and said, F you, then we're not this religion. And then he got his divorce.
Yeah, and he set himself up as the head of the church in England so he could make the rules up.
All right, who do we talk to? Do we talk to Anne Boleyn or do we talk to Henry VIII?
Not Henry.
Okay,
Anne.
For another time.
No, Anne Boleyn. She's the...
All right, you're right. Henry VIII is in that bowl anyway. All right, first of all, let me take pull some cards super fast from the Dormant Deck. What an interesting, this is fantastic.
Now, what happened to Anne Boleyn? Did
she got her head chopped off.
Yeah.
She got her head chopped off. Oh, boy.
And he was like, he just gave her jewels and, you know, flaunted their affair in front of his wife. And, you know, it doesn't take much for...
Then he got a little upset at her and just off with her
And
head.
then that was it. He moved on. And then you're done, right?
What is it?
Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords being strong. I do believe she is here. Is information from the Queen. I was told at one point that the Queen did try to warn her, and she was like, here they are, Henry VIII and her, and emotional, you know, the stick in control and justice. So I would assume that she's here to kind of just confirm everything. Let's see if we can ask her any questions. Anne Boleyn, are you here to speak with us? Yes. Okay, what are we going to ask? Slayer, do you have any questions?
Gosh, I didn't know that she actually faced her death very well. So she
did with dignity.
Yeah.
She would do that.
I'd be like... And actually, she made a little joke about having a little neck and the executioner. I heard the executioner is very good, but I have but a little neck. So she made a little joke there at the end. So
I think I heard something about that. Do we have questions for her? Okay.
Yeah, my question would be, when you got tangled all up with Henry VIII, was this something that you were a party to, or was this something that in the day you were pretty much you had no choice and you're pretty much forced to?
Well, her uncle forced her. Yes.
So I'm saying, did she willingly participate?
I think she did after.
I want to ask her.
Okay, Anne, was your participation with Henry VIII your own bidding, your own will, sort of? Was it your uncle's will? Yes. And after it started, did you truly love Henry VIII? Did you find Henry VIII vulgar? Yes. Was it hard to stay in a relationship with him without showing your true thoughts? Yes. Did you do it all for your uncle? Yes. Josina, any questions?
No.
Did Henry VIII smell as bad? Yeah. Look at that. He didn't even let me finish. Yeah. All right. Forward on. Who's next? Okay. Josina, the hippie. Here we go. Peace.
Alrighty. Let's see what this question holds.
We hit the fog, babes.
So did you do a question?
Yes.
Yes, Gail. I'll tell you later.
Oh, no, it's a person. Queen Elizabeth.
Okay.
No, we're just going with the tutors tonight, aren't we?
Nice.
Is she going to come through?
We'll find out.
She's so private.
Which one? The first or the second?
It doesn't say.
It would be cards. Now, how did that happen? I wasn't paying attention. My cards are all like discombobbled. right, let's just go straight. Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II. You know, she's so private. I don't know if she's going to come through, but I feel really strong in her English voice as she sounds like she's sipping tea. May I say, she said, oh, that was the old me, Sharon. I think she's here. I think she is here. Look at this. And she was a strong woman. Wow. Okay, guys, Queen Elizabeth. Who's going first?
How is she? How is she approving of her sons running of the country now? Does she approve?
Charles. Queen Elizabeth, do you approve of the way Charles is running the country? Yes. I'm very surprisingly proud, is what I heard. I can't do an English accent. My daughters told me to stop doing that. I try and I can't do it. My grandfather was from England, but his family, but I can't do it. I don't think he had an accent or anything. I don't know what the whole thing is, but yeah. Yeah. All right. Do you have a question? You guys are so quiet tonight.
Oh, God, let's see,
What about Diana? Do you talk to Diana where you are? Do you ever see Diana? She's not having it. She's not even talking about Diana.
I'm not surprised there.
Is she proud of her grandsons?
Are you proud of your grandsons? Yes. Are you proud of William? Yes. Are you proud of Harry? Yeah. Not as much. There's an issue there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if she hoping can she see if the brothers are gonna make up, or yes or no, or
I don't think so. Not to the point where the public would like to see it. But she is saying, I am proud of Harry. I'm disappointed in Harry. She doesn't like that he gave up the royal family the way he did. Was it her uncle that did the same? Or she would never have been queen. Her father was not supposed to be king. It was supposed to be her uncle. And he met the American divorcee, right?
Yeah.
And then he,
And so she was heir apparent at 10 years old, it says here. Her father was seated to the throne in 1936 upon the abdication of his brother Edward.
That's correct, she says. Queen Elizabeth. Sorry, I'm going Diana world. Maybe you'll answer this one. Please, okay, that's for another time. But can I just say this? Did Diana's passing affect you more deeply than you ever showed? Yes. Now, you had that guy who broke into the palace, into your personal bedroom twice. I think within weeks, I think. I don't even know. Was that disturbing to you? No. And I think because she felt his sorrow. He wanted to talk to her because at that time, so many people didn't have heat, and basics. And he was like, I just want you to know, we're cold and everything. And then after, I don't know if it was the first time or the second time, he got in there twice. She demanded that everybody in the palace lived the way that the people lived. She said, thank you. They weren't allowed to have, and I remember I heard that Diana even complained, even in their vacation for Christmas and stuff, it was so cold because she refused to turn the heat on it. They had to live how most people lived. Is that correct? Yes. I don't think Elizabeth was a Nazi. I know there's issues about her husband possibly being a Nazi, but were you a Nazi? No, absolutely. She just said yes.
No.
There's no way. What happened?
No.
Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth, were you a Nazi? Was it hard for you to adjust to married life knowing your husband was having an affair, but you were the queen and you couldn't show emotions like that? Was that difficult for you? Yes. Did you ever wish you could just show the public your emotional side? Sort of, not really. You were very good at your job first, blah, blah. Yes, always. Okay. You guys have to cancel that one mistake because I think I was in such a hurry and I didn't set up properly. But do we have any other questions for Queen Elizabeth at this point? I mean, will William be king within the year? Yes. I think so too. They're saying Kate is sick again and they're not telling people. Will Kate be crowned queen? Yes, she will. So that's fantastic. I love her. Who doesn't love Kate? My God. Anything else? Okay. Whose turn is it? Mike?
Yeah,
think it's yours.
Has everybody gone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I did want to say one thing actually. Prince Philip, he never outright had an affair outright, as far as it's conjectured he was close with certain women, and it was more of an emotional connection because she was Elizabeth was so busy running all of her business and everything else, so it was more of a companionship kind of a thing, possibly leaning towards an emotional affair more than once.
And he had a lot to deal with because he wasn't even allowed to be a king.
Right.
Even though he was married to the queen, he was not allowed to have that title. He was extremely intelligent. And they have all these buildings that lay empty on the grounds. And he would hold different kind of meetings with different kinds of people, like nature, architecture.
It was like a club kind of.
Yeah, like clubs. And he was really into, he liked things that had
He was very active and she wasn't. He was very outgoing that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what it was, but they had a mutual respect. So I just want to say that because
I think that's lovely. Thank you, babes.
He was a stand-up guy. I honestly do. I think he was a real
Billy
stand-up
Jack,
guy.
thank you. I didn't mean to say babes, not on the show, but Billy Jack. All right, I think it's my turn, so I'll do a question. I don't normally do the question, but it's time for a question. Okay, I have no idea. I don't even remember what any of these questions are.
What's your favorite candy bar?
No, we did that one. Do you believe in curses? Who wants to go first? You want me to answer first?
Yeah.
Yes, I do believe in curses. I know curses work. I know they exist. I've actually, before I even understood about curses, the truth of them, I had to go to someone and learn about them so that I could have the curse that was put on me 40 years ago taken off. So yes, I believe in curses, and I think curses can come in multiple ways. There are tools like, you get into like African culture, there's so much taboo, and they use powders, they use dolls, they use spices, all different things to do different kinds of things, candles. I think culturally it's different, but yes, I believe in curses. How about you guys? Are curses real?
I think unquestionably that our civilization of mankind has had tremendous impacts by curses. The money's curse, all these types of things are prevalent throughout time. We hear all these stories and such. What is interesting is that I somewhat read religiously on the Bible as one type of a spiritual context, and there were people that were definitely cursed in the Bible, but they were cursed.
Well, you know the Bible, I do not.
Well, no, I'm just using this as one small example, and this isn't to be about religion or any. I'm using that as one small little slice because there's many religions and there's many faiths and many beliefs, and they're all real. They're all looking at the universal power. But in the case of the curses that would be relative to the Bible, they were mostly self-inflicted.
I can see that.
Yeah, they were mostly self-inflicted. Pretty much, if people did what they were supposed to do, things would go well for them. But if they did dumb shit, it's kind of like our current modern day and age of, kind of karma.
But that's so relative because who considers what as
well, I just thought that that's been more like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Is almost what the type of curses would be relative to that. But there are definite curses, like the money's curse and such, are really quite.
Yeah. Well, they're saying, the pyramid. You're talking about like there's sediment that has turned into like poisons and such. So realistically, it could be that. Josina?
Are curses the same thing as spells?
Yes.
It could be.
Well,
Could be.
Well, it could be
It could be. A curse is putting a spell on someone.
Yeah. It's all the intent, I guess.
I'm not sure if I do believe in those.
Okay. Joe, no one's ever mad at you. Like, you've never been in a situation.
No, I don't believe, but I think people believe in curses. I think in certain situations, people believe that they could be under a curse, or people are cursing them or putting a spell on them.
Right?
similar to voodoo.
That I was looking for that term.
Yes.
That wasn't, but that's more
Spiritual?
That's the
Magical?
American.
Caribbean.
Yeah, that's yeah.
The Caribbean. That stuff's real. I don't care. That's like. How about you, Leah?
I think they have as much power as you give them.
Really? Wow.
You can interpret things, and if you're feeling guilty about something and you think you did something wrong, and someone says, "I'm going to curse you," and a lot of that's psychological. You say, "I curse you," and then you're looking for things, and it feels like a curse.
Right. Well,
which an interesting parallel is how about when somebody curses at you? It's effectively a very no. This is actually there is a connection here because
I thought you were doing a joke.
No. There's actually a correlation here where people are wishing somebody harm, and then they'll use swear words and such to project a negatory attitude and will towards a person who they feel has done them wrong. So it's a light version. It's a light version of a curse.
Well, I did pull some Dormant Tarot cards in relation to this subject matter. I've got the King of Wands, and basically, that's emotion. So, I think it's understandable that people know they can be cursed. Then we've got High Priestess. Hello, the self-explanatory, and then the travel of the curse. But this is with the Page of Swords, which could go either way. You're strong enough, you can keep it out. If you realize what's going on, you can keep it out. It's an emotional game. So it's an emotional game. So there we go.
Isn't self-explanatory to me.
No, well, it's intuitiveness. I'm sorry. It's intuitiveness and revealing what we don't know, things like that. So they all work in conjunction of each other, for sure. All right, Leah. Slayer. We are like Corky next door is going crazy. It's like making our brick wall over here going, yeah, it's Halloween night. People are out and about.
Lisa Marie Presley?
This is cool. Lisa Marie? That was very sad when she passed away. I got to tell you, you could see it. She had been in the public eye just the night before, or a couple of nights before.
It's like that award ceremony or something.
She looked
off. You said it.
And I was like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, this is bad, like really bad. But anyone could have said that by looking at her. It was terrible. She's way too young, but
way too young.
I don't even know what to say about that family. It's just, all right. Do you want me to see what the cards bring up for Lisa Marie? Who has questions for Lisa Marie while I do this?
I would have a question. She was obviously her father's treasure,
She was.
Like no tomorrow. I'm just wondering if after her father's death,
Here's your dad right here.
If she felt like she had was able to retain the dignity and the respect and being valued in her spirit of that her father gave her, if she's able to hold that in her heart after he was gone.
Yeah, because she just he's a king to her.
Right. She meant
this
so
is
much
an emotional king. This isn't even about money or anything. This is like loyalty with the dog, everything. Lisa Marie, I would like to know. There's her mother, Queen of Pentacles, Emperor. Look at me, Six of Wands. I think her life revolved around the name of her father. Just everything was, there was no disconnection. Look at me. Here he is. Look at me. I think that was hard for her. I mean, it would be for anyone. She tried to find her way, but then her mother also, there were issues with that as well. And her mother went through it. With her dad, my goodness, she went through it.
It was a tug of war for her, for Lisa. But,
do you want to bring her in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Jessina, what are your thoughts?
I would like to know with Lisa Marie, her marriage to Michael Jackson.
I knew you were going to go there. I was like, please go there.
Was just a pure publicity stunt, or whether she was actually in love with him, or they were in love with each other.
Okay. I have some thoughts on this, but we'll see. Okay, here we go. All right, Lisa Marie Presley. Lisa, she's here? Lisa Marie Presley. Hi. She's pretty happy where she's at. Like, look at this. This is like, she's here. Lisa Marie Presley, can you please point to the front door? Okay. Validation. Can you please paint? I'm sorry. She's hyper, which is so not who she usually showed herself to be. She always seems so subdued and at least look at these. I mean, this is going crazy. Lisa Marie, can you please point to the red painting? There it is. Okay. All right. So you're here. Yes, no, not going to answer or don't know. All right. Josina has a question. Were you truly in love with Michael Jackson? Not going to answer. Was Michael Jackson truly in love with you? Yes. Didn't Michael Jackson get rights? Didn't she sell off rights to him while she was married to him, to her dad? Some of her dad's like recordings or something?
Was it a publicity?
I'm pretty sure Priscilla was freaking the F out.
January 1996, citing irreconcilable differences, Presley filed for divorce according to legal papers. Jackson's makeup artist, Karen Fay, later claimed Jackson had really trying to file for divorce and had relented after Presley begged him not to. The following day, Jackson discovered that Presley had filed.
Priscilla. I'm sorry, not Priscilla. That's your mother. She's like pissed. Don't bring my mother into this. That's what she just said. She doesn't want to talk about her mother. Her mother, overbearing. That is the exact word. Overbearing. Entertainment only. Thank you very much. They just not. Lisa. You have a lot of energy. Lisa Marie Presley. Yes. Do you see your father? I can't control the needles, you guys. Do you visit your father, Elvis, where you're at? Not talking about him. She's like, I'm here to talk about me. You must miss your children. Do you miss your children? Yes. Was it an eating disorder that brought you to the point of your passing? Okay, when it comes to, she's really strict about her private. So I'll tell you this. In Memphis, Tennessee, when I was a little girl, we lived next door to the guy who took care of your father's horses. And that's really cool. And I just wanted you to know that. Yes, whatever. It's just like, who cares? I wasn't even born. It was cool for us. Was it a pill addiction that started the passage of your life? Yes. I'm surprised she answered that. I always wanted to know if she ever had a best girlfriend. She's always alone. Did you ever have a best girlfriend? Ever? Not talking. Anything else?
It's probably hard to have good friends when you're with a famous father.
Well, not just famous, but Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Are you happy now? Where you're at? She's not talking. She doesn't like those kind of questions. She wants to talk about, like, I don't know what she wants.
Yeah, what does she want? Does she want to say something? Can you hear what she wants to say, or?
No, I heard the word fashion, but I don't know fashion, so I can't talk to her about that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you want
on
to
that
put
level.
a card on her, or could we
What?
answer through the tarot? Does she want to answer through the tarot? Is there something she wants to say?
No, I think she's good. All right, let's move on. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for being here. What costume scared you as a kid?
I think the werewolf was kind of like,
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah, werewolves were always scary. Yeah, they were scared things might bite.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Josina, wait, we're so quiet. Can you hear the fog, honey? We're so quiet, and this is Halloween night. Like, are we dead?
Clowns always have scared me.
So, yeah, that's
Physical
understandable.
clowns,
I'm going to have a little because it's Halloween.
pictures of clowns, paintings of clowns.
Sharon made her daughter dress up like a clown.
Okay.
Yes.
No, that was her
And
aunt. I'll show the
unusual.
picture.
She looks so unhappy.
I post it every single year, and I apologize to her. So I have 3 children.
Did she respond back ever?
Always. I have 3
Or
children.
did she say she was pissed?
Yes. I have 3 children, and one year their aunt made their costumes for a couple of years in a row, decided she was going to be a clown. Well, her brother got to be a Dracula or vampire thing. Her older sister got to be a genie, and then she was a clown. And I'll tell you, I send this to them every single Halloween, apologizing to little Wheezy. I'm so sorry. She was so pissed. Yeah, she's still pissed. So pissed. I don't know if you can see the look on her face. I can't tell if you can see. And her makeup was atrocious, which I did. And then when it was done, I was like, this is atrocious, but what could we do? It was time to go trick-or-treating. She was so mad, and her sister got to be a pretty genie, and then her brother was a cool Dracula, and she was this god-awful clown. So every year, they're in their 30s now. Every year, and I did this morning, I send this picture to them, and I still apologize to her, because they all always send back, it's our favorite picture. And Wheezy's just like, and she's so like not anything like this. I effed up. It's an effed up moment of a parent. Yeah. Okay.
It's a good thing you rub it in every year.
Well, do I rub it in, or am I acknowledging I'm sorry?
If it's a wound, it's like rubbing it in every year.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny. She hasn't objected to like, don't ever post that thing again.
No, it's not like that. Leah, how about you? I'm sorry, Slayer. We tried.
I don't have a specific costume that I was scared of. Most of them just seemed, they were exaggerated enough that I never felt, like they were real. I always had, I don't know why I always worked myself up into something scary. When I always felt like, even though it was up on the second floor, I always felt like there was something unknown looking in my window.
Oh.
And so that would always kind of creep me out, or something that you can't see. Yeah, so that's what usually creeped me, and that's what kind of would freak out my little imagination. So
I just remember catching just a couple of episodes, and we weren't allowed to watch shows like this. I don't know how I got to see a couple of them. What was the vampire show?
Dark Shadows.
Yes. And I remember, it's not specifically a costume, but I remember just like getting on my bicycle, riding up and down the street and thinking that was the end of me, that the vampires were coming, and it was terrifying. So I'd have to go with a vampire. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I do want to say one small thing as long as we're on Halloween costumes.
Absolutely.
So, they have this doll called Chucky, that's really something. Well, before they had the doll Chucky at Halloween, I had a best friend.
You still do.
Chucky. And he's still my friend. And we keep in touch. And he's a pretty incredible guy. But his mom, Connie, made Chucky and I a two-headed monster costume. We were only like maybe 5 or 6, or 6 or 7. Okay. And so we went arm like this. I had my arm around his head and his around me. And so we went side by side, and she got a big piece of purple cloth material, looked like a big sheet, and cut 2 notch holes for our heads. And we had to go we didn't have to go, we got to go trick-or-treating. But that's what we did. We trick-or-treated. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, you and Chucky. I can see that.
That was one of the cutest little,
that
trick-or-treating. But I remember that one because it was special made for us,
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, we're just little kids,
When I was little, I just remember having pillowcases. And back then, you had one pair of mittens, if you were lucky. You had one pair of mittens, and they didn't have, like, the materials they have today. And so they got soaking wet and cold really fast. And so then you had socks, and all your socks were changed out because they get wet. It's the East Coast. It's humid, rain, whatever, sleet. And you were always effing frozen. I don't know how I got on this tangent. I brought it up last time.
In California.
You plan your Halloween costumes around
You didn't wear socks
snow.
for mittens?
It's
just absurd. I can't even... What, Leah? Well, we didn't plan Halloween costumes. We, like, the day of, went through the closets in my parents' closet and, figured it out. We didn't, I know they had those masks. Remember, I was Casper one year and Deputy Dog.
Yeah.
Remember Deputy
Dog?
Dog?
Santa Claus.
But most of the time when you're older, going into higher levels of elementary school into junior high, then you figured it out. I was always Carol Burnett, the cleaning lady. I'd put curlers in my hair and a bathrobe, and You know, a drunk fisherman was a good one. You have the bottle and the paper bag and the fishing gear, and you act all like, all right, I don't even know where we're at.
You got to remember, we're also doing this on a work night.
True. I worked all day on my legs at the salon. We all worked hard. Randy, he gives blood. He gave blood today. Yeah,
Did they turn the bloodmobile into a vampire mobile?
Yeah, pretty much. They were biting everybody. It was like blood flying everywhere.
Did anybody show up in a costume?
A lot of people.
Really? What did you see?
Just regular people in costumes.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's the best. When I went home to change briefly and came back, I was seeing so many people on scooters in their costumes, and their friends are all on scooters going to Cheeseman or wherever they're all heading to the bars. It was cool. I love living downtown. Like, you don't get that in the bar. All right, who's up?
Joe.
Okay.
We just had a question, so I think we're ready for a dead person. Respectful dead person.
Are we?
Yeah, respectful.
We are being respectful.
Yeah.
Oh, he went right to it.
Okay. And he asked for it, so Randy gets it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Randy. He always gets what he wants.
Rat.
Pretty much.
Can you hit the 5 bit?
I'm also called Runt.
Kurt Cobain.
Oh, he's cool. So.
27 Club.
Nirvana.
Now, Joe plays the drums. Joe knows anything and everything about every band, every musician, no matter what they played. He is like a lightning rod of information when it comes to music. So I'm not surprised that you picked a musician.
Good point. Yeah. Meant to be.
Well, I know where I'm going to go with this, but should I pull some cards while you chat?
Sure. Much like the Beatles, I believe that. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, I wouldn't compare them to the Beatles, but I agree with you. Sorry, I know, but I agree with you. I didn't get it. Like, he was like grunge. He was really hot looking. He had a really hot girlfriend. They had like that whole thing going on, but people really connected with him. So I feel like I'm wrong and I just don't get it. But I'm like that with the Grateful Dead too. Like, I'm one of the few people on this earth, I just don't get it. I'm sorry.
I would say though that maybe you guys were also at a stage in your lives where you were busy living your lives and you moved forward a little bit, and that the music that you grew up with, this was like a half a generation behind you guys. You know, you got to understand that this wasn't our generation.
True.
So this is
the Beatles were.
The music in the '90s was definitely, a little past our, stuff that was the core of what we grew up with in high school and college.
Yeah.
So you're probably busy working and busy doing all the stuff that, you may not have connected quite with the whole scene that was going on. But that whole scene is still going today and derivatives of it. So, I mean, it's pretty big. Like the Foo Fighters and, you name it. There's so many spin-offs as a result. Dave Grohl and everything. This is like, we're talking some serious music as a result. You may not, besides Teen Spirit, being a phenomenal album in my opinion. I love that album. I thought it was fantastic. It was disconnected, unsyncopated, kind of just raw feel. So was it everything to me? No, but I have a lot of respect for it.
Slayer.
Yeah, I always he kind of started a nice trend. It was nice to see a little shift from. As much as I enjoyed some of the hair rock and the kind of some of the pop heavy metal, it was nice to see a nice shift away from from some of that into more. It felt like more of a real sound, more organic sound. It was. I think he was like the beginning of a nice trend in music.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, I pulled some cards. So emotionally, he had a freaking lot to say. He really needed to say it. And it was all morally and ethically. All his songs were written that way. He would never bend the knee to anyone. And he lived in a world of anxiety.
And wasn't there some controversy with his death as well?
Yes, we're going there.
Yeah.
So his
there was some
wife.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Courtney Love.
Slayer?
Courtney Love.
Courtney Love. Let's find out. There's controversy whether he really died or not, too. But I think he did. Courtney Love. Okay, so I don't know. if he's going to come through. I kind of don't feel him. I feel like he is just not like happy talking to us. But let's just see, because I could be really wrong. No, it has nothing to do that. It has nothing to do with that because he's real. So he doesn't care about shit. Things like that don't bother him. Well, he might be here. Kurt Cobain.
I'm sure he's got dozens of other things going on.
Wanting, he respects Randy. He's like, keeps going over there. Truth. Okay, so I pulled two. That's what I just said. He's all about the truth in someone. Listen, we want to know, Kurt Cobain, thank you for being here, because he's here. And I'm shocked. Is Courtney Love responsible for your passing? Yes. Entertainment only. Now, we've talked to him before a few years ago, and the same thing came out. Do you remember? And this weird thing happened the next morning. I don't even remember how to describe it or what happened, but did Courtney Love take advantage of your emotional stability to have you pass over? Yes. Are you in a place to have moved on from what happened to you? Halfway, sort of. Not really, not all the way. What did you expect to be a part of the 27 Club? Did you expect you would be a part of the 27 Club? No. Did you expect that you would have passed when you did? Did you expect to pass when you did? Okay, he doesn't understand. Okay, it's different up there. We try. Did you expect to die young? Did you expect to die young? No. Clear as a day. No, Sharon. I thought I was going to have living in a Spanish mansion and chilling out like a Grateful Dead. And it's the second time Grateful Dead has come up in conjunction with him.
So did he commit suicide?
Kurt Cobain, did you commit suicide? Nope, he did not. Kurt Cobain, were you murdered? Yes. When did you know you were murdered right away? He says yes, but I also heard him say that's a hard question to answer. Like it took a minute for him to get it, the energy transfer, the transfer of energy. Anything else? Wow. Thank you so much for being here, Kurt. That's amazing.
Very cool.
What
Favorite scary movie and why? What is the hell that's called? There's no movie that ever scared me, and I have to go home and watch the original Halloween because I do every Halloween, and I'll fall asleep before I get through it, but I will watch it. But there's that series. What the hell was that called? It's when you travel and you stay in those.
Oh, The Hostel. Yeah, that would
be okay. Mine. Seriously, don't even with me with The Hostel. I have never seen anything that has freaked me out other than. Well, they're horrible.
Are they movies?
Uh-huh.
Yes, they're terrible. No, they're so terrifying. Clients who travel, live in and stay in hostels. I'm like, what the hell for? Don't do it. Seriously. Oh my God. The only other movies that ever affected me as horrible as those, the hostel movies, was what were the Saigon movies? Deer Hunter. The Deer Hunter and that other one, where I was traumatized for life after seeing those movies. And those aren't scary, but that's reality. The Hostel, hell no to the no. All right, who wants to elaborate on that? No? Yeah, we're dead. This is Halloween night. We have the energy of a bug. Though we had never seen anything like it. That's what
Dracula, the werewolf. Those were all the classics from the 50s and the 60s.
But they weren't scary.
Those were the kind of movies that I was raised with, and those were,
Dark Shadows.
But Dark Shadows was a TV series. But, okay.
I know.
The first movie that I actually saw that I think was a real scary movie that I just felt like I was disconnected to because I wasn't the right generation, was Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the theater when that came out. And that was really disturbing to me.
Yes!
That was right in the,
that was scary.
76, and I'll tell you what.
That came after Ed Gein.
That was a very disturbing movie, and I remember seeing it, and I'm like, What the fuck? I did not enjoy it. It really bothered me. Yeah.
They had that creepy guy in Australia out in the outback, and he killed so many people, and this is true, and he would like use a chainsaw and all that crap. He was just like a serial killer. It took him a while. He killed so many people before they figured it out. Josina? What?
What's the question?
The question is, what movie was so scary and why?
I agree with you, Hostel. The second one, opening scene of Hostel 2 is one of the most frightening things I've ever seen. Yeah.
So you agree with me on Hostel. And I can't remember which is which. I just know it was all so horrible.
Yes.
Thank you. I love the fog. Finally, we've got the fog. I've been like...
Yeah, you're like all hidden in shadow over there, Sharon.
Dark shadows. Finally. It's not toxic.
So we're ready to pick a name.
No, because Slayer hasn't said her movie.
Yeah, I think The Ring was The Ring was kind of a...
Your Rain?
The Ring.
Oh, really? You were scared from The Ring?
Yeah, I don't know if it was the scariest, but I just liked it. It was just a good one.
Oh, you just liked it. It wasn't even scary. Well, maybe for you it was. You're younger, so... Okay. Ring. Well, that was a whole new thing.
Yeah, it was
where they could have crawl
crawl
up the walls and the ceiling like a bug.
Yeah.
And
Kind of like, it was kind of it was like a little different take. It was kind of interesting to see the South Korean and the Japanese versions. It's kind of interesting for me to see that, like the different cultural, stuff.
Yeah.
Those were Asian and Japanese, and so it was kind of fun to see.
yeah, that's cool. All right, let's go for it.
Is our final one?
I think so. It's a green one. I don't know what that means. Please be good. They're all good. Okay. I am truly freaking the F out right now. What has come up twice tonight?
Shooters?
No. And I even said it. Why does this keep coming up?
You tell me. I don't know.
What the effing F? Lowell George, Grateful Dead. What the hell? Okay. This is freaky. We're going to talk to Lowell George. He totally wants to talk to us. No, he's already in the house. I can hear him. He's like, you guys are cool.
Little feet.
You guys are cool.
Did you talk about Little George?
Oh, Lowell George's Little Feet.
Yes.
What? Why did I say Grateful Dead?
Freudian slip.
Okay, so there's confusion because I effed up. I wrote Lowell George, Grateful Dead.
Oh,
Little feet.
Little feet.
It is Little Feet, and I know this because I actually sing one of their songs for karaoke. But why did I do that? What is the cross here?
You thought that it was the Grateful Dead? That's unnatural.
No, who's the Grateful Dead guy? Garcia, Jerry!
Yeah, but we're not talking about Jerry Garcia right now.
No, we're talking about Lowell. But we talked about Grateful Dead twice tonight. Man, I effed up, and I'm so... I don't know what to do.
Well, you just stick with the character you've picked, and we just go with it.
Okay, well, I have to first of all apologize.
Well, there's no apologies. We just move on.
Yeah, honey, I will apologize for putting the wrong band down. Yes. I am so sorry because I love Little Feet. I don't know how this happened and how it happened tonight. I'm like confused. All right, Lowell George. Let's see if we can get him in. Lowell George. Yeah, what the hell was I thinking? Jerry Garcia. Oh, he's saying it's okay. All right. I'm so sorry. Like, I have complex PTSD. Oh, shit goes wrong with me. All right. He's hugging me. Okay.
Is he here?
He's here. Oh, George. God, these needles are like hitting each other. He's good. Are you here? Are you here to speak with us? He's pointing at Randy. Why is everybody pointing at Randy tonight? Sorry, babes. I mean, Billy Jack. Oh, he likes your costume. That's cool. I just heard it. He said that. Do you like Randy's costume of Billy Jack? Yes. All right, Lowell George is in the house. What do we want to talk to him about? So, I don't know. Are you on this, Slayer? I don't know, like, how he passed. I know it was sudden, probably heart attack, health related. I don't think it was drug.
June 1979. began a tour of his fourth solo album, I'll Eat It Here, June 29th, the morning after your appearance in Washington, D.C., where the bulk of Walking for Columbus had been recorded. George collapsed and died of a heart attack in his Arlington hotel.
Arlington.
He says his heart attack was caused by accidental heroin overdose.
Oh, yeah, because they were both into the drugs, he and Jerry. Let me ask you this, Lowell George, because I confused you and I know better. Hello, this was my generation. I didn't catch it. Why? I'm trying to figure out why I combined you with the Grateful Dead.
In 1945 to 79,
34 years old.
He was only 34. There's no way. Oh, George, you died so young. How old was Jerry Garcia? If you say 43, I'm going to freak out.
No, he's much
He
older.
didn't die till quite a few years later.
How many?
He died in like 94.
Really? He lived that long? I thought it was more like 89.
No, but Jerry.
Josina would know. He knows everything about music.
He was fairly old, but he wasn't in his 80s. I think he was in his late 60s.
He was 53.
Okay.
Died,
I didn't think
I thought it was 94,
that's
but then
very
95.
old. That's not very old.
53 years old.
All right, Lowell George.
42 to 95.
Did you know the moment before you passed it was happening? Yes. Did you experience pain from your heart attack? Yes. Did it go away the moment you realized what was happening? No. Did the physical pain stop right after you passed completely? Yes. Well, that's terrible. That's like a nightmare in itself. I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street. Honest. Do you know I lived on Elm Street when I was born in Littleton. Did you know that? I lived on an Elm Street. Like, how crazy is that? Like, Elm Street. Nobody really lives on Elm Street, but I did. What are we? Okay. To have to be a ton apart. Driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. Driven the back roads, I won't get away. And if you give me with what's saying why, show me a sign. Willing. Okay. So I have to do that sometimes because I have complex PTSD and I can't remember titles, but I always sing your song, Willing. Oh my God. Did you where did that come from? Was that like a true experience of like truck driving? Was that a truck driving experience that song got made? Yes. Was it a shout out to the truck drivers? Yes. Were you a truck driver? No, I know he wasn't. Nope. But you understood the road. You understood. Jackson Brown understood the road too. He still does. I mean, he's still alive. So did you understand what it was like to be on the road? Yes. So that was his poetic. Was this your poetic gesture to people who worked hard on the road, no matter what they did? Roadies, truck drivers, ice cream truck drivers, milk delivery guys. Yeah. To be moving.
It's hard to believe that people could be so damn talented in their life and so short, you know?
Were you disappointed that your life was so short? Yes. Did you expect your life to be so short? He doesn't have an answer for that. That's kind of weird. All right, who has questions for Lowell George? Who I keep mixing with Jerry Garcia.
Oh, that's fine, Sharon.
Ask him if Dixie Chicken was his favorite song.
I think it's Spanish Moon, but let's find out. Actually, I think it's Willing, but let's find out. All right, we're going to give you 3 songs. Please tell us out of the 3 which is your favorite. Was Spanish Moon your Lowell George? Was Spanish? He has ADD. Was Spanish Moon your favorite song? No. Dixie Lowell George, was Dixie Chicken your favorite song? Nope. Sort of. Halfway. It was in the running. Was Willin' your favorite song? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. That's why I can sing it like sort of, kind of well. Not too well, but for you. But in my world, it's okay. Who else?
I don't know this artist well enough to ask him.
Wait, so was Lowell George the one who was with Ricky Lee Jones, or was it Jerry Garcia?
Lowell met Susan Taylor, nicknamed Jonah, during his days with the factory. And they had Lowell's first child, Forrest Silver, Esther George. George and his first wife, Patty Price, had a son, Luke. They divorced and became involved with Elizabeth Levy. They had a daughter, Ara George. And in July 1974,
it must have been Jerry Garcia.
I don't think Jerry Garcia did.
Ricky Lee Jones, yes, I think he did. It was one of them. Somebody look it up. It was somebody. It was either Jerry Garcia, Lowell George, or somebody like them. Lowell George, did you have a thing with Ricky Lee Jones? No, it was before his time anyway. Oh my God. Okay, Slayer, thanks for those details. Well, this was a very dead Halloween. It wasn't just for the dead, but we were kind of dead. We had had a long day. All of us worked really hard today. Well, Josina didn't work that hard, but Josina, after 40 plus years, I'm seeing Josina in a real Halloween costume. So that's amazing. So that's a lot of work. Hippie boy. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Are we calling it?
I
think
we
we're
had a good
calling
fun
it.
time.
Listen, I love this fog machine. This fog machine is staying around. I could give a crap if it's Halloween or not. This is how it should look at all times. Fantastic, fabuloso. So thank you for coming and enjoying Halloween with us. We had a great time, and I hope you guys will give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We are going to be here about every 2 to 3 weeks. Every 2 to 3 weeks, we'll have some theme or something going on, but fog is going to be involved because this isn't going away. I don't care. It's summertime. I love it. It's amazing. Thank you for being here. You're wonderful. And sayonara.